Hi guys, Dragoneither here. Today I'm doing another rehash of my Noble Knight deck profile. Now I've changed a little bit in it since the last time. A few of the cards have been moved around, moved out. I'm still doing a lot of work on it to maximize its potential. Some of the extra deck cards are going to have to be moved out as well because they're no longer useful in it. But yeah, I guess I should just get straight into it. Start with 3 Melon. Obviously, I should zoom in a little bit. Oop. Autofocus, there we go. Autofocus is actually working this time. I want Melon's beard in there. The beard of Melon. There we go, that's a lot better. Guys, run 3. Don't run 2, run 3. You can go on anything. I have a Rage Rant video which explains almost everything of the reasons why I run this at 3 and a hell of a lot of other things in the deck. Why Scolding is not going to be in there ever. But anyway, and 3 Madrot to round out the monsters that we have 3 of. I wonder how that actually is working. Sorry, I'm getting used to it. Okay, the autofocus is actually working pretty alright. Next we have 2 boars. And yeah, I don't want to go into that too much. But no, we don't have 2 brothers anymore. We have 1 Bedweir, 1 brothers, 1 Dristan. These guys are all practically made for each other. Like, yeah. Well, of course he works with boars. Now, the reason why brothers was cut down from 2 to 1 is, it's really complicated, really. I mean, I love them at 2. It's mainly just because of room. And because the other card that I put in kind of helps to keep it recycled, keep cards in the deck recycled. And generally the game doesn't go long enough for me to need 2 out. But yeah, anyway. Next up we have 1 Ector, 1 Black Lancelot. He's fast becoming one of the best cards in the deck. And he's still pretty good, he's just not as good as he used to be. But, so 1 Gwen, 1 Lady. Again, I go into my rant video where I run Gwen at 1. I'm sure the Button Master is probably going to have a video up soon of why he runs 1 Gwen, but I don't know. He has pretty much the same reasons as me. Look, 95% of the time against the meta, like I said in my rant video, I don't know when it's going to get out, but if you're running against tier 2 decks, you can run 2. It's your choice, but when you're running against the top 3 right now, Clifford's, BA, and Shadows, you're going to be using that 95% of the time its effect every turn. So it's going to be in the grave either by the end of your turn or the end of your opponent's turn. Like, you're going to be using it up. You're going to top deck Melon with nothing on the field. You know, Gwen, use effect, boom, that's it for the turn. Diddy Crow doesn't run that much in meta. You know, you don't need it so much. Okay, next up we have... I put these in the wrong order. Triple Rotor and Triple MST. Because searching is good fun and Vanity's Emptiness is a very big card at the moment. Also have 1-offs. 1 Raigeki, 1 Foolish Burial. Raigeki has been very fun on the main board. It has helped the OTK-ness of the deck. Yeah, it works. As soon as you got Melon. And 1 last chapter. Yes, 1 last chapter. No hate, please. I have reasons why that's at 1. 1, because you draw it in your opening hand. At 2, it's a brick. 2, you have brothers to recycle it. Okay, I run 1 brothers, but I run other cards to get brothers back, like the rank 5 Sacred King, and another tech which is now in the deck because I've been lacking so much. But yeah, 1, very good. I won't hate anyone for running it 2. I was running it 2, but I found I only needed 1. Noble Arms, 2 Destiny, 2 Excalibur, 2 Gallatin, 1 Caliburn, 1 Arf. Arf is a possible sideboard card. Don't run Caliburn at 2, please. You can only have 1 face up. It only gives 500 attack. Okay, this is why I run this at 2. Would you rather have a 2700 beta which can beat past Dante? Dante that's going to be, you know, milling out 3 cards from your opponent's deck, going to 25, then helping them get Virgil out. Virgil will bounce back your Madrot, that couldn't beat over the Dante. But hey, you got 500 life. But now you got no monsters. They got a 2500 Dante and 2500 Virgil, and they attack you for 5k. Or would you rather kill off Dante and lessen that chances of it happening? I know what I would pick. 500 life in the end isn't going to do enough when they can attack you for 2-5 or do a hell of a lot of other things. You know, you can't kill their monster because of whatever reason. Because of Caliburn being not strong enough. Gallatin will help you out there. Also, if you search, use this guy, you know, you got one in the grave. Search Gallatin out with this guy, put Gallatin on, he's 3-1. He's going to beat over the majority of things your opponent has. And he's going to beat over Cliff Hordes. You're not going to get the search off because they're not going to go to the grave. But it's better than getting Caliburn, gaining 500 life, and then them just killing the Synchro. Like, yeah. Please don't run 2 Caliburn. Unless, of course, you're really desperate to, like, you think you desperately need equips so you can get your first down playoff. But guess what? Even with equips, it's not going to get off 100% of the time. Okay, traps. 1 compulse, 1 warning, 2 breakthrough, 2 karma cut. Going back to the decent trap lineup because it's been fun, and I want the other one platinum. I've only got 1 platinum. I'm going to get the other one platinum soon. 2 Call of the Haunted. I thought this was really, really bad at the start. I thought I would never run Call of the Haunted. That's a dumb idea. But I found some interesting tricks out. Now, 1 with Merlin, 2 with Sacred King, and 3 with Bedweir. Now, if you chain Call the Haunted to an MST, let's just neaten this up a little bit, you guys. Yep, that's nice. Okay. If you chain Call the Haunted to MST, so the MST effects don't Call the Haunted, you chain Bedweir. Bedweir's going to miss timing on his effect. If you chain Call the Haunted to MST for Merlin, it's not going to do much for you either. However, if you chain Call the Haunted to Sacred King, Call the Haunted resolves, special summons out Sacred King, MST resolves, destroys Call the Haunted, this goes to the grave. It has an if effect. If this card is sent from the field to the grave, special summon a level 4 or higher Noble Knight monster, which could be this guy. Or it could be Brothers in Defense, or many other things. Basically, you Call the Haunted this guy in response to MST, you're getting another free summon out. Like, I've done that a lot of times already, and it's just been hilarious that I bring this guy out. Also, you can Call the Haunted this guy, or this guy, and then with this, I'm really interested in seeing this running at 3, but I just can't. Anyway, Call the Haunted one of these 2 guys with this in your grave that wasn't sent there this turn. Banish it out. Rank up or rank down one of these 2 guys, and then get all XYZs, all the Noble Arms on it. Best of all, if you rank him down to him, you're going to be able to destroy Call Haunted probably most likely anyway. Well, if you have Gwen in the grave and they, you know, don't do something, you'll be able to. Regardless, like, okay, so you Call the Haunted Bedweir out at the start of your turn. You send this to the grave, or you do it during the end of your opponent's turn, Bedweir, and send this to the grave, and that's actually really, really, really good. The amount of times I could have won games by just doing that and sending that to the grave during my opponent's turn and setting these guys up is just, it's phenomenal. Like, yeah, and then also I've Called the Haunted when my opponent's declared an attack, Bedweir, and I've had a Gallatin on a monster, and because I run 2, and my opponent has just decided not to attack. Like, or I've Call Haunted out Bedweir, my opponent plays Dark Hole. I had a Bedweir and a Madrort or something else. I can't remember really. And anyway, it might have been Boars. Bedweir, Madrord, or Boars. I don't know, something. I had Bedweir and I had Madrord or Boars, and they had a Gwen on, and I used Bedweir's effect to put Gwen onto Bedweir and kept Bedweir alive. You know, there's a lot of interaction that opens up Call the Haunted, and I didn't expect it to work as well as it has, but it has worked well, and it works. Unlike last chapter, if you go first turn, you can use this during opponent's turn, which is sweet. Get out Melon at the end of their turn. It doesn't require that you have Noble Arms in the grave, so that's another good thing, like in case they stop your combo. You know, it's not as restrictive as as last chapter. Last chapter is very good, don't get me wrong, but this tech has been working extremely well. And I was really surprised. Like I said, I thought from the start that it was going to be shit, but you call the Haunted, okay, and your opponent's turn, you call the Haunted Merlin. You can only special summon Noble Knights the turn you activate Merlin's first effect to tribute itself, but if you call the Haunted during the end of your opponent's turn to get Merlin out, it's not really relevant, because you're going to tribute it during your turn, because you special summon this during your opponent's turn. Like, you can't call the Haunted at the start of your turn, then use Merlin's effect, you can't. But you can call the Haunted at the end of your opponent's turn to get out Merlin, and then tribute Merlin during your turn, which is pretty bloody handy. Again, and you're going like someone like Bedweir or something. I did that once. I went Merlin to Bedweir, and my opponent played Bottomless Trap Hole, so I put Destiny onto Bedweir. What are they going to do? Actually, I think that's the play that I did with the Gwen. Yeah, that's what I did. That makes sense, because Bottomless Trap Hole has to destroy to banish. So if you stop it from being destroyed, like Gwen onto a light, you know, it's pretty funny. But yeah, try Call the Haunted out, guys. I think you'll actually find it refreshingly good. I was really surprised at the result. Try it out. Have fun. Like, using up one of your spots and not being able to kill it off isn't the best, but it's not that painful. Like, these only get 3 on them anyway when they come out. So if you're in dire straits, you know, it speaks for itself. I don't really know what else to say. But yeah, try it out. Try it out. You'll I promise you'll actually most likely like it over a few other things that you could be running in the deck, like a second Caliburn. Yeah, so extra deck. A few things have changed, a few things won't change, a few things have to change. Like this. Because there is no Gawain in the deck, my statistic chances of using either of those two, or them being effective, is quite a lot less. Let's see if we can actually zoom into the card text. That's my alarm going off. Shut up, man. That's not good timing. Anyway, come on, autofocus. There we go. Once per turn. Blah 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 blah. If you want to read it, there are the card texts. Go ahead. Pause the video. Read it. That was just me really actually testing out the autofocus. I was pretty happy with that. Sorry about. Anyway, like, the whole idea of this was when I had Gawain and I'd draw it with one equip and go get this guy out, send Lady to Lake into the synchro. Without Gawain, it's the chance of me making that really tiny, and the use of me making that's even less. This guy again, against Burning Abyss, against Shadows, not so great. Not so great. You can't change that to Super Poly, so you know there's not a lot you can do there. Honestly, these two guys are going to get cut because I can't really use them now. The use for them now isn't that good either. So yeah, but what I do have left in here is obviously one synchro, 2 of the rank 4s, and 3 of the rank 5s. don't go telling me, please, to run something else like Durandal or Volcasaurus or Pleiades. One, you can't even run Pleiades. Gaia Charger, maybe, and Volcasaurus, sorry. But that's only with another tech, which I'm not running. I'm not showing in this build. I have another build, but I'm still testing that out. Because, especially with Merlin, like I've explained before, the number of times you're going to go into something that isn't a Noble Knight for an XYZ, it's probably a 1 out of 10. It's probably 10%. 9 out of 10 times you're going to go into a Noble Knight from the extra deck, and you're going to want them. And you're going to want them more than a lot of other things that are in your extra deck. Like, like this. It's great, I want it in my extra deck. But I'm going to go into 3 of them more often than I'm going to go into 1 of these. Like, half the time I went into this is when I was running Gawain, so, and Galahad, so yeah. And I took them out because they weren't fast enough. Please, run them at 3. I think almost everyone who's running the deck now is running this guy at 3, and that's the right number. The other cards I've got here are 1 Excalibur, 1 Blade Armor Ninja, 1 Gandiva, 1 Castel, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Starlight Paladino. With these 2 out, we're going to run Exiton and something else. Also the Goyo. If I don't run Exiton and I run the other thing I'm going to try running out, I'm going to be running Volcasaurus and Gaia Charger. But, yeah. So that's that's basically it, guys. A little bit lackluster compared to some other videos, but it's just a quick update. Update. I wanted a bit of detail of some things. I wanted to keep this one really short, but yeah. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. And don't forget to actually try this out, because this has been running better than probably any other build I've had ever. So yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again later.